some people might wonder why I and other people in other countries than Canada are, why we are following the protest in Canada so closely. And I would say that it's because it really affects the whole world. I don't think what the Canadian truckers and the people supporting them started, it's not limited to Canada. You can already see all these convoys in all other countries of the world, like so many places in Australia, in Austria, in Sweden, in Finland, in Denmark, in all these countries have started like convoy groups, have started driving to their capitals and whatnot. And I'm going to show you just a couple of clips that really, I think, portrays the feeling of what the Canadians really, partly they started it, and also they just reinforced the energy of people in other countries that are standing up for their rights in the same way as the Canadians are. So here's a beautiful video from Australia. Man, it makes you so happy, right? It's so many people. I can't count that many, like how many they are, but I think they're marching in they marched to the Parliament House in Canberra, in Australia, and obviously Australia has been one of the worst places during this time with lockdowns and restrictions and mandates and force. So, I mean, I think they have a lot of people that this kind of protests have been brewing and have been happening for a long time. But I'm telling you that this whole convoy thing is really giving strength to all these places over the world. So that's why I think it's important to cover the protest in that started in Ottawa and around in many places in Canada, even here in Sweden, where they lifted our restrictions. There's this. It's kind of like it's still brewing in behind the scenes, so to speak. And a lot of us here in Sweden, I mean, we have it better than so many places over the world, and I fully acknowledge that. But still, you kind of feel that this is something that should continue. Even here, it should continue because it's just not it's not all over, all good yet. And it's just on an internet, because what happens internationally really affects even you in here in Sweden, Scandinavia, whatever, in Europe, basically. So, and I'm going to show you another clip here of what's happening in Vienna. It was a short clip, but I mean, realize that these people, because in Austria they just passed the law, right, of forced injections of people, that they're fining them, I think, up to for almost 4,000 euro over I don't know, a half year or a year period of time, which is I mean, I'm many bad words to say about the politicians in Austria for what they're doing. It's pure fascism, really, and it's horrible. It's against human rights. It doesn't matter what you think about this or any other drug. People should not be forced to inject themselves with something because they're citizens of a free country. It's not a free country anymore, and it's completely fucked up. But yeah, this is a quick thing that I saw those two videos yesterday, and it just gives you quite a good feeling to see that there's so many people pulling together, and because these there are not these protests for the force and for the mandate. So the people who are for all these forced things, for the people who are pushing restrictions and mandatory injections and whatnot, they are not the people out that actually care on the street, you know. They are the leaders and politicians. And yeah, we have it good right now up here in Sweden, but I'm not convinced that it will just stay that way unless we actually try to talk about these issues. And I'm following Canada real close and also seeing what's happening in all these other countries in the world. And it's amazing that kind of the movement that has been spreading all over and is continuing to spread. And yeah, if someone from Canada watches this, I want to say like thank you to Canadians for really giving so much strength to people all over the world. Yeah, thank you.